laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Fun Piece Podcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast.
Oh, you did it right this time.
We're back. We're back. I had a little. I added a little DunkAccino juice on there.
Oh, you got a little DunkAccino in your guts.
A little DunkAccino lava juice, lava goosh, all up in there. Hey, it's my lava
what's your name?
goosh.
What's your name?
Oh, hi. My name's Matt. My name's Matt. Hi.
Hi, my name's Mike. I interrupt Matt sometimes.
Yeah, that's fine. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. The historian's not here once again. Still on ice, not the lovely land.
Matt,
ice.
will you cover your? Will you cover your ears?
Yeah.
I dropped the historian off the side of the boat. It's fine. We just have to get another one. I just don't have enough marshmallows and toothpaste to make a new one yet. But we'll at the next island we'll get one. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, Matt, you can take your ears off. Your hands.
Yeah. So anyway, historian might be back next week. Should be back next week. Just gotta defrost a little bit. It'll be good. Yeah. Anyway, hey, this is a One Piece Fun Piece podcast. It's a One Piece anime podcast. Mike and I are watching One Piece for the first time. Ice Hunter arc.
Filler. We watch it all, including the DunkAccino Ice Hunter arc.
That DunkAccino.
That 1 tablespoon cocoa powder unsweetened, that 1 dash salt, that 1 tablespoon sugar, that 1 dash vanilla, and that 1 cup of skim milk. That DunkAccino.
Did you literally pull up the recipe for a DunkAccino?
Wait, this is wrong. There should be coffee in there.
No, I guess there isn't.
Hold on.
Is there like instant coffee?
Like
instant coffee or espresso?
Yeah, I would toss some instant coffee in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
You ever do a poor man's mocha?
Is that just coffee with a hot chocolate?
Yeah, you put in coffee and then you just pour a packet of Swiss Miss in there.
Isn't that basically what a DunkAccino is?
I got the actual ingredients. 3/4 cup of your favorite ground Dunkin' Donuts coffee. 3 cups cold water, divided. 1/3 cup sugar. 1/2 cup, half and half, whipped cream. This doesn't have...
1/3 of a cup of sugar.
What
That's
is this?
so
This
much
isn't a DunkAccino
sugar.
either.
That's so much sugar. 1/3 of a cup of sugar? What?
A DunkAccino is literally just Dunkin' Donuts coffee and hot chocolate.
Yeah.
How does nobody have this right yet?
1/3 of a cup of sugar.
We're not starting until I find the proper recipe for a DunkAccino.
All right,
homemade DunkAccino. What's your favorite thing to get at Dunkin' Donuts, Matt?
What's my favorite thing to get at Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
So I'm a basic B, if you will.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I love. So for a long time, I got a cold brew because I wanted the caffeine, but I liked the cold brew coffee. But then I get heart palpitations. I have a slight heart murmur. Looking deep into that, had that for a while. So
it's not funny. It's not funny.
It's not really. This isn't funny.
I don't know.
So like
I just got a little heart problem.
Yeah, it's fine. So like maybe less caffeine.
Decaf.
Which I don't think I still get less caffeine. I just get it in a different way. Now I get I'm a basic B, so now I get one of the whatever refresher they have at the time with green tea.
I mean, like the caffeine's like different. Like if you get a matcha latte or something, like that's like a caffeine that doesn't like hit you as quickly and aggressively.
This is a One Piece podcast. I don't like hot
This is a One Piece podcast.
caffeine drinks unless it's maybe at breakfast. Because specifically at DunkAccino, Dunkin' Donuts, it's usually like scalding hot to the point that it's like the surface of a lava volcano. And so like you get it and I'm like, I don't want a beverage.
Hot chocolate.
I don't want a beverage I'm going to get that I have to wait to drink. If I'm getting a beverage, I want to drink it.
I feel like their coffee is not that hot, but their hot cocoa, you do have to wait like a half hour before you can drink it.
I would rather get something cold or iced because then I can just drink it right there. I don't want to wait to drink something.
Yeah, that's really mature of you.
Also,
patience.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like more mature people.
That's the opposite of patient.
I think more mature people are like, I'm going to get hot coffee, and then I'm going to fucking let it sit in my car until it gets cold, and then I'll drink a cold.
I think it's more mature to know who you are and not pretend to enjoy something you don't enjoy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not doing this podcast anymore. Yeah, I'm joking.
I got a hot apple cider. We went to a little holiday light stroll thing at the place that Historian and I got married, and I got a hot apple cider. It was delicious.
Hell yeah, a nice little mulled cider, maybe a mulled wine.
I almost got that. They did have that there too. What did you?
That sounds really nice.
When's the last time you had a hot, spicy beverage, Mike?
Like a cider?
Like a DunkAccino!
Like a DunkAccino. I mean, I have had an issue with my local Dunks where every time I order a hot beverage, they give me an iced beverage. I am a hot man. I like my stuff hot.
He's a hot man.
But I will also drink a cold thing. And if my order is wrong anywhere, I just take it. Because I can't be bothered.
Because anxiety.
You know? It's not even, I just don't, I feel bad. Like, I'm one less person that the people working there have to deal with, and they don't get paid enough to like deal with it. Like, fucking whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Matt, can you grab a pencil and a piece of paper?
Yeah, you're a hotman.
Yeah.
Just like DunkAccino, the hotmanest of the hotmans. Yes. I have a piece of paper and a pencil.
1 cup, half and half. 1 tablespoon cocoa powder. 1 teaspoon sugar. 1/4 teaspoon vanilla extract. 1 ounce espresso hot.
Espresso. Got it.
Yeah. All right. Everybody else, make sure you wrote that down. There will be a test in on episode 1000 of this podcast.
Episode 1000 of the podcast. What is the correct DunkAccino recipe? Anyway, hello everyone. We're watching the end of the Ice Hunter arc, the one after the Water 7 saga. That's boring as fuck.
Yeah, I liked these ones. I thought this was a cool fight. I thought this was a fucking insane fight. This dude's crazy.
This dude was pretty crazy. Also, as soon as he was like glowing and steamy, I was like, is he in Gear 2? And then I don't think he was in.
Not really, but
Luffy went to Gear 2, which I think, I feel like it diminished the fight with Rob Lucci a little bit. And
I'm
Bluno.
willing to bet that canon stuff is going to diminish the fight with Rob Lucci.
That's fair. I was just like, these fucking idiots are making Luffy have to go into Gear 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even with the Gear 2 and Gear 3, I feel like Luffy struggled less with Lucci than a lot of other fights. Is everything okay? You just looked concerned.
I just heard a sound, but it was just my cat. One of my cats. Yeah.
I do have several thousand new reported deaths, but we'll get to it when it happens.
Penguins.
Yeah, it's the penguins.
So much animal abuse. So much animal abuse. And child abuse.
Done. That's fine. It's not. Don't abuse your children.
Don't abuse your children.
Don't do anything to your children.
Please vaccinate.
Don't educate them. Don't vaccinate them. Don't abuse them. It's very easy. You just have them and you leave them, and they'll figure it out. They grow. You just put them in sunlight. Water them daily.
Truly, if you think about doing something to children, don't. That's the rule, according to Mike.
Matt, I think I got kids confused with plants again.
If you need to feed them, don't. Give them water, don't. Tuck them in bed and read them a book, don't.
Show them love and affection,
don't.
Do not. Hug your kids.
Create a warm and providing and loving environment for your kids, don't.
Matt, we're fine. Nobody listening to this has kids.
Abandon them.
I think somebody does. Somebody does confirm to have kids, but
don't abandon them.
One Piece fans don't have sex. It's fine.
Not give them abandonment issues. Don't. That was a double. That was a double negative right there.
I'm trying to insult all the people listening, and you're just going.
I'm just unraveling my own issues. It's fine.
I think Mihawk fucks more than One Piece fans.
I disagree. I think One Piece fans fuck hard. I don't know.
Which anime fan base do you think
fucks the hardest?
Fucks the best. Yeah, fucks the hardest. Thinking about it.
Yuri on Ice.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yuri on Ice.
That's it. Yuri on Ice fans.
Yep.
They fuck the hardest.
They fuck the quality. Quality over quantity, am I right? I don't know what's happening. What is this? This is a One Piece podcast. We're just trying We're just trying not to talk about this.
Yeah, we're trying not to talk about episode 332.
Honk. I'm sure some honk. You forgot about it. It's been 32 episodes since we last saw Buggy the Clown.
32 episodes since we last saw Foxy of the Sexy Foxy Pirate. I think I was going to apologize for saying that the fans don't fuck. Because one of them does have... No. I think two of them have kids. Those ones, they fuck. Write in if you fuck. Episode 332, caution, contents may be hot.
Send us a transponder snail at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com.
Send us a detailed spreadsheet of every time.
Don't do that. I don't want to know anything about that. Please, no. Please. Oh, no. This is like that other time I think we asked everyone to tell us something, and we were like, please don't. Please. I feel like it might have been the same exact question, to be fair.
Probably. Tell me. I want to know. Will you show me? I want to see DunkAccino's nipples.
You can't, because they don't exist. Just like...
Not cute, Matt. Is this what it's like talking to me?
Nobody dies, no nipples.
no nipples, no death.
The equal balance of the One Piece universe. If someone were to die, one person gets to show their nipples.
every time someone dies in One Piece, an angel gets its nipple.
Exactly.
Oh,
we've found it. We found it, everyone. We found the equilibrium, the balance. It's like it's like there always has to be a Jedi and a Sith. Perfectly balanced.
There always has to be a death and a nipple.
Yep.
Well, that's why we see so many nipples, is because of all the penguins that just perished.
Yeah.
We got Kobe. We got... I forget who else died.
That one guy, that one Sky Priest that Robin hung in Skypiea died so we could see Enaru's nipples.
No, I think she just fixed his back problems. I think he had some lumbar issues, and she just fixed him right up.
Hard disagree.
Who was? I said somebody. Whatever. I don't care. Nobody's dead except for Kobe and the Penguins.
And that's why we've seen exactly 2 nipples.
Everyone knows that 10,000 penguin souls are worth 1 human soul.
1 nipple.
1 human nipple. Well, they're equal to 1 human soul, which is equal to a nipple.
Of course.
It's math.
Nipple math. Have we said nipple enough? Is this gonna? Do you think we're turning off our loyal listeners with our nipple?
No, the loyal listeners are the freaks who are going to listen to this all the way through. It's everybody else who's going to be like, I don't think I need to listen to the Ice Hunter art this bad.
You nasty motherfuckers. Anyway,
this one is people who are here for us and not the show.
Yeah. Luffy's on ice.
Yep. DunkAccino, I don't think he says it here, but he's got hot. He ate the hot fruit.
That's like
he's a hot man.
That's like he's a hot man. That's like way later.
Fucking nothing happens until then.
I mean, we learned that the Dunk twins, they got home field advantage on the ice.
Like kinda, and then they fall over.
Yeah.
Like immediately. They do a lot of poses.
Yeah, I guess nothing really happens. Basically, like the Frankie and Nami in the shark submarine get thrown into the big pit that Usopp and Sanji are in. And Arbel's like, this is old ice, so it's not going to melt, and it's hard, so hard.
Too hard to handle.
Yeah, so you're going to die. And they're like, we'll get out there. And then upstairs, Zoro's
upstairs, yeah.
He's upset. And we learn that, DunkAccino can melt anything he touches because he ate. He's a hot man. He's a hot man.
He ate the hot fruit. You could say he's a hot man. I was so bummed because everybody's like, I ate the dark fruit. You could say I'm a shadow man. I ate the gum fruit. You could say I'm a rubber man. But he didn't say I ate the hot fruit. You could say I'm a hot man.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk throughout these episodes where he's like, "Oh, I'm so hot. I'm so hot."
He does say that.
He's like, "You might be hot, but I'm hotter. I'm so hot. Look how hot I am."
Him and Luffy have a whole hot op.
They have a whole hot op. Did I ever tell you about the time I was in college and I used to partake in the devil's lettuce?
You told me some stuff.
And one time I went to a fast food establishment and was in the drive-thru, and the person who was getting our food, I gave them the money, and then the window closed, and I had taken in the devil's lettuce, and I just kept saying, "So hot, you're so hot."
To the person?
Yeah, but the window was closed, and it was funny. And then they came back with our food, and the window opened, and I stopped saying "so hot," and they gave us the food. And then I thought the window closed, and I looked back at the window, and I went, "You're so hot, you're so hot," but the window was open. And then the woman just looked at me and tilted her head to the side, and gave a little smile, and then I panicked and I floored it out of the drive-through, as my friends laughed at me.
And is that how you met the historian?
No,
I know it's not.
It's not.
But it's funny to think.
It would be funny to think about. No, it was just. I never went back to that fast food establishment again.
Was it an Arby's?
No, it had E's at the end. It's not what or
Taco
how.
Bees?
It's not what or how or why.
How bees? Oh, wait. Why bees?
Yes, YBs. I went to YBs.
Oh, it's not our bees, it's your bees.
Yeah, no, it's all about time, you know? It's
Chili's.
It's when, Mike. It's when. It's Wendy's Chili's is very good. That was very good.
Outback
I don't know. I don't know what this podcast is about. It's like 3 p.m.
Yeah, we just had to talk about all this stuff last night. Spoilers.
Our recording schedule's weird. Anyway, Zorro does a 36 caliber Phoenix right at DunkAccino, and DunkAccino just deflects it out the building. He's too hot. So hot. And then Zorro gets launched down a trapdoor. That's a little while later, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Back in the pit.
Yep, the crew tries to get out of the hole. The Accinos are like, whatever. Like, you guys suck.
They're like, they're like, you'll never get out of that pit. And then Frankie's like, hey, everybody, grab on. And he goes to do a coup de poo, but he doesn't have enough cola in him to go. And then Sanji tries to jump up, but then Hakura blasts him with a bunch of pucks.
That's right.
Here's a question I have for you, Mike.
What?
Frankie's jacket, his like cold weather jacket he's wearing, has BF on the jacket. What do you think BF stands for?
I think you'd think it's like boyfriend.
Yeah.
But I think it's bitch fit.
Bitch fit? Yeah.
Because I think sometimes Frankie has a bitch fit.
Yeah. It's not big Frankie, because that would be like way too simple. Or like bro Frankie. Nah. Or like bot friend.
Oh.
Or like maybe it's bowel fiend.
Bowel what?
Bowel fiend.
I think it's butt fart.
Big fart.
Big fart.
Big fart?
It's his big fart jacket because it's a brown jacket. And he says, this reminds me of my big farts.
Yeah, and then he tries to do a big fart, and it's not enough because he hasn't had enough cola.
He's too flaccid. His hair's not solid enough with cola energy.
His hair's not erect enough. Big flaccid.
Big flaccid.
Big flaccid.
I think sometimes the jacket has full sleeves and sometimes it's like short sleeved. Or maybe I imagine that. Wasn't it long sleeve at one point?
It was long sleeve. Maybe he's just rolling them up and down, you know?
It does have zippers on the shoulders.
Oh, maybe they're zip-offs. I was just about to say maybe they're zip-offs. Have you ever seen a zip-off jacket? I've seen zip-off pants.
I've just seen the jackets with like a hoodie, like a hood part that you could zip off.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe we should invent a jacket that the sleeves zip off. It's specific.
That's got to exist, right?
Maybe it's for like gym bros who like want to show off their guns, but then they're like, "Oh, I got to go outside. It's cold." So then they zip those sleeves back on.
You could have a vest or you could have a jacket.
Yeah, or like maybe someone who's like, "I really want to get like a sweet farmer's tan." But then somehow it gets cold and starts raining. And they're like, got to break that wind. So then they put the sleeves back on. This is important information, Mike. This is important topics to discuss. I feel like you're just like waiting for me to stop doing a bit so we can continue the... Mike, just
Sometimes
play.
Sometimes we do a bit. Sometimes we do a bit, and I have the haunting realization we're only halfway through the first episode.
Play with me, Mike. Come on. Play with me.
I also got a text, and then I got distracted. I think I saw an ad, speaking of zippers.
Yeah.
I think you need to push your design toward the sexual, because that's where our nation is going. Everyone's horny.
Okay.
I think you need to have nipple zippers.
Nipple zippers for when penguins die? Yeah. And you're like,
yes,
they're here. I got to show them off.
You can reveal your truth. Has Frankie done anything with his nipples? Has he like done like the fembot shot bullets out of them yet?
I don't believe he has.
I can't remember. So many things have come out of that man's holes.
A lot of his holes have been launched out of. I don't think he's done nipples yet. I think we talked about this on a podcast where we were like, what do we think Frankie's nipples are going to do? And I don't know if I said this, but I think they're going to be like headlights on a truck. Like, have you seen?
I think you did. Yeah, that I buy that.
It's like in Dumb and Dumber when he's like fantasizing about that lady, and then she takes her clothes off, and it's the headlights of a truck because he fell asleep while driving. It's gonna be like that, but it's not gonna be a fantasy. It's gonna be real life. One Piece.
Do you think Dumb and Dumber? Do you think Dumb and Dumber is Garp's origin story?
Because of the van?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. When did Dumb and Dumber come out? Oh, my goodness. When did Dumb and Dumber come out?
I don't know.
Dumb and Dumber came out 1994. Once again, right in line where Oda probably saw it, along with the Santa Claus, along with Hey Arnold. And he's just taking it.
We're piecing it all together.
He just saw like every comedy in cartoon in the 90s and was like, I'm going to put it all together into the same show.
Yeah.
One Piece. That makes sense.
One piece of TV.
One piece of Garp.
Moving your camera, it's freaking me out.
Garp. Anyway.
Where the fuck were we?
Fucking
Zoro falls down a hole.
Zoro falls down a hole.
Oh, the Accinos they all like show up to help calm DunkAccino, and then Zoro's charging up a move, and then Hockey Boy, he's like, "There's a lever around here somewhere," and just flips it, and then Zoro goes down a hole.
Luffy Luffy says like to the two twins, he's like, "Oh, you guys got real tough after I split you in two." It's like this ongoing bit where he keeps saying they're one person split in two, and they're like, "We're twins. Why aren't you listening?"
Yeah. That's like a running gag with Luffy, I guess, is he just doesn't listen. Somebody will tell him something, like I just did when you were telling me about that jacket, but I spaced out because I got a text.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah,
I mean this whole like arc, this whole like last few episodes is like. I kept getting kind of confused because it was like Luffy heard that their flag was gone, but they're all just like gaslighting him, and they're like, if Luffy comes out, we're going to gaslight him that the flag's not gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like their whole thing. They're like, he didn't see the flag was taken.
Yeah.
Because when the flag got taken, he was off the ship, so we can just lie to him because he's an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought it was interesting because I feel like most of the time they're not scared of Luffy, but this particular time they're all like, we don't want Luffy to think we're incompetent.
Yeah, I think it's more just like they don't want to be chastised by Luffy.
Yeah.
For anything.
For anything ever.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Except for Chopper, because he's a little honest boy.
He's a little boy. He's just a little good doctor boy.
He's a good doctor boy.
Everyone's freezing. Luffy's out. Zoro's outside.
Yeah, the twins book it to go help with Don.
Yeah.
DunkAccino.
Robin
shows up.
Yep.
And she's like, hey. And then just like waves to everybody and leaves.
Yep. Because the little girl Lil is being creepy as fuck, and she's like, "Come on, big sister, come on."
Yeah, you're my family.
You're my family now. I appreciated the themes of family throughout these couple of episodes. It was really important.
It's all about family.
Family, 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 family,
family,
family. He said it once. Nice.
Family.
Nice.
I know. Fast and DunkAccino is.
Too fast, too Chino.
Too DunkAccino. Luffy, there's like a quick shot of Luffy just landing back on the Phoenix ship. And he's like, I'm back. And everyone's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of damage to that ship. We see Robin and Lil walk by where DunkAccino's having a fit. He's getting hot. And then Robin asks Lil to take some of the snacks, including some cola, back to the Straw Hats so they have some food.
Yeah.
And so Frankie gets some cola, and he gets charged up. blasts a hole in the roof, and then boofs him out.
Boofs, big boofs, coup de boofs.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a boof shoot.
Luffy and Chopper are going to leave, and then Jiro, the little boy from the Phoenix Pirates, is like, I'm going to go with you. And then Captain Puzzle from the Phoenix Pirates is just being a little dingus.
It's like this for like fucking 10 minutes. I couldn't.
It's a lot. Most of these episodes, it's the captain of the Phoenix Pirates, Captain Puzzle, being a little dingus, and Jiro, the little boy, being like, I'm going to go take care of some business.
He's like, yeah, maybe if I go get our flag, you'll stop being a punk.
And all the rest of the pirates from the Phoenix Pirates are just like, we can't do anything.
There's nothing happening with them. I don't care about them, and I don't care about their feelings.
But it's great. The kid's like, I'm going to go with you, and then Luffy fucking decks him.
Yeah, first, I don't know why Luffy's like calls Puzzle a coward, and then everyone's like, "Why'd you do that?" And he's like, "I don't know. Let's go."
Yeah,
like there's just nothing. There's no reason.
He punches the kid, calls Captain Puzzle a coward, and then he goes to punch the kid again. And he like puts his fist on his stomach.
Oh yeah,
and he's just like, "You're really brave. Come with me." And then.
Yeah, I don't think Luffy knows what he's doing. He's like, I guess I guess I didn't need to punch him.
Yeah, I just wrote Jiro's the real captain of the Phoenix Pirates, and that's and that's it.
Jiro's great. I can't wait for Jiro to come back.
Yeah, do you think Jiro is going to come back
after the time
800 episodes?
Yeah, after the time skip, and he's gonna he's gonna be this like look exactly like New Kobe.
Yeah,
but with different colored hair.
Yeah, his name's gonna be
because Garp is cloning, has a bunch of clones.
Yeah, so like New Kobe is spelled with a C. So like New Jiro is gonna be, instead of Jiro, it's gonna be Geero. That's New Jiro.
Exactly.
New Jiro, big buff, sexy Jiro.
Big. Yeah, when he's not
a child. I had to be very clear. When he's not a child.
When he's not a child.
Everyone's rolling up to Lovely Land, Luffy and Chopper, everybody else. And DunkAccino's just like, it's my birthday. Where are my friends?
Yep. Where are my friends?
And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, episode 333.
A little yawny one.
333. That I think this 333 and 335 were both games.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were both featured in the game, because I think there's one of Luffy blowing on his foot.
The game.
And then there's the one where Zoro and Sanji are laughing at one another. Oh, man. I'm looking back at the game.
I'm also looking back at the game.
Look at so much Foxy.
I still don't... the one from...
I shared that Foxy one before I even knew.
The one from September 18th with the little bald guy. I'm so excited for that one.
Which little bald guy?
It was from September 18th. It's the little bald man, and then Don Flamingo's in the background.
I can't. I wonder what the fuck a Don Flamingo is. I can't wait for the toilet episode.
The toilet episode. Oh, yeah, the big toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
I can't wait for Ice Smoker to have sex with Ice Don Flamingo. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a good time. And I can't wait for the episode. That's the newest episode that just came out that we're not going to get to in a while. I was far away from my microphone when I was talking there.
I could hear you.
Okay.
Anyway, Zoro's running around. He's attacking nothing.
Yeah.
Did you have a name or background?
I had a name. It was Phoenix Pirates, more like Phoenix Pooritz.
If you don't love me when I pee-rit, then how are you going to put up with me when I poo-rit? Anyway, Zoro's
MVP is everyone except for the Phoenix Pirates.
Yep. Zoro's running around inside. He's just attacking nothing. Meanwhile, outside, The Dunk family's there. DunkAccino's there. Luffy, Chopper, and Baby Boy Jiro are all outside the Lovely Land Palace, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I think is this when Luffy calls Lovely Land dumb?
Yes.
He says it looks dumb.
Yep. I don't know.
They're all on the stairs.
Yeah.
I think running around. Usopp and Nami are freaking out because they see Luffy. Then Zoro's like, "I'll go get the flag," and then you just hear a bunch of crashing noises.
Yeah.
Robin then actually goes for the flag. Zoro just finds a gym.
Yep.
They he busts into a bunch of different rooms. Like one of them is like a bunch of like stuffed animals. One of them is just a wall-to-wall flower packets.
Yeah. Sanji's really excited about that flower.
Yeah, it's high-quality flower.
High-quality flower. Outside, the twins do a magnetic love bazooka, and then a love cross, and then love hunter at Luffy, and none of it does anything.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, they do some creative stuff where they're, like, doing, like, a double clothesline kind of thing and, like, magnetizing and repelling. And, like, it's a pretty, like, a neat idea.
There's a very fun moment where...
I like the Accinos are cool. I like the Accinos. Oh, they're not cool, but I like them.
Yeah, there's a fun moment where the red one, Brindo, is, like, upside down in a bunch of ice, and then Campachino is, like, off to the side just holding his arms out, and he just, like, activates his magnetic thing, and then Brindo just flies through the air, like...
Yes, T-posing.
How Usopp did in that Anaru, in that Skypiea episode where he, like, flew through the air and then smashed his face. He literally does that, but then just lands with his palm perfectly touching Campachino's. It's great.
Is Usopp doing that dive still the best One Piece moment?
I think Usopp doing that dive is still just because
it's the best.
It's just so unexpected. Him just like being like, "Here we go," and then he does it perfect, and then just face plant, blood, done. Just so good.
Shit.
So good.
Oh my god.
So many hit points. So many hit points on Usopp.
He's the sniper, but he's also the tank. You can't kill Usopp. He's
a full container of a cup of Joe Caccino.
I think he's endured more like blunt force trauma and like probably stabbing and burns than anybody else. Like Zoro's strategy in fights is usually to get stabbed, but I don't think I feel like Usopp has taken more of a beating than anybody else.
I would say it's between Usopp and Luffy. Luffy has taken a lot of everything.
Yeah, but Luffy doesn't have normal bones.
It's true. Yeah, Usopp has normal bones, but
Usopp is a regular boy with regular bones.
He persists.
Yeah. Usopp ate the water bear fruit, so he can survive for 10 minutes in the vacuum of space or whatever.
I believe it. Chopper and little boy Jiro end up fighting against Hakara. Chopper munches a rumble ball. He does a guard point. He gets big boy. What?
The span of time in anime where he goes guard point and he's just rolling around for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he just like at the end is just like poofs back to normal Chopper and he's like, I guess my 3 minutes are up. And I'm like, I don't think they are.
He rolls around and like knocks Hakara down a bunch, and then Jiro hits him with a snowball, and then Chopper smashes him. And they're like,
it was one of those nasty snowballs with a rock in it.
Yeah, it was.
It was like an ice snowball.
Oh, yeah. And then Hakara's down, and they're like, wow, we did it. Good job, team. We beat him. And then he gets up and he calls the penguins.
Does an army of penguins. Then Captain Puzzle shows up and he's like, hey, don't throw your life away for this. And everyone's like, we've been over this, buddy. And then he gets so inspired that his son is hitting penguins with a stick that he takes off his head to his bandage to reveal that he is the boy who lived.
He has a phoenix scar on his forehead, which means he's the chosen one, Captain Puzzle.
Why isn't he called Captain Phoenix?
Vigoro said it best.
Why is his
He'll
name
always
Puzzle?
rise up again and again. He will rise again and again.
In my headcanon, he dies at the end of this arc.
Hell
When
yeah.
After they sail away.
I
They're like, don't
agree.
worry, we'll be fine. They get fucking. They just boom.
I think in my headcanon is that exact thing happens. They beat whoever the fuck was on that little ice thing, but then they're like, oh shit, we crashed our ship into this iceberg, and then it melts and they die. Because literally a volcano explodes right next to them.
Exposure. Oh my god.
I was just like, they're like, we'll see you again, Straw Hats. We're on the same level plane. I'm going to become king of the pirates. And it's like, Phoenix, you're about to rise for your last time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My god. What
How do we feel about the Phoenix Pirates versus Millennial Dragons? Like, who's worse, the Phoenix Pirates or the Millennial Dragons? Captain Puzzle or a piss?
I don't mind Jiro. I think if it was just Jiro
Yeah.
and Jiro is like the other person
Yeah.
or something, like he's like, my crew left me, but I refuse to give up the flag, and it's just a kid.
Yeah.
That would be cooler, and it would make sense that the Straw Hats were like, yeah, we got your back.
And then he starts his own new Phoenix Pirate crew.
Yeah, because his captain died or gave up or whatever.
Yeah.
And
And
I like Jiro as much as I like a piss.
Stanson's his first mate.
I think I mean I definitely like this arc more than the Millennial Dragons. But the Millennial Dragons arc is shorter.
We should go back and watch it. Maybe it's
And I do like a piss.
maybe we go back and watch it and it's actually better than this. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen the Millennial Dragons.
We have so much context now.
Yeah. A piss was a devil fruit user. That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Some stuff happens. What happens? Captain Puzzle shows up. He swings the chain.
the
Swinging my chain.
swinging the chain, swinging the chain. The Straw Hats show up minus Zorro and Robin because they're still inside the Lovely Land Palace, whatever the fuck. Straw Hats roll up and they're like,
Yes.
all right, we have to continue to gaslight Luffy into thinking nothing's wrong. So every time he says anything, we just have to distract him and make him keep fighting.
Yeah.
So then they're like,
It's
so stupid. They're like, the door to the palace is magic, Luffy. We have to beat every single person out here, and then the magic will go away.
Yeah, I think Usopp tells that to Luffy and Chopper, and they stare at him, and they're like, "Magic,
Yeah.
okay," and they just about face, and we're like, "All right, let's do this."
Yeah, it's great.
Every time, everyone, like all the other Straw Hats pass by, and Luffy's like, "Oh, what about the flag?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, busy. I'm gonna go beat up this guy." And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah. Inside, little girl's being creepy. She tells Robin that she's mad that Arbel, her older sister, is married now and doesn't want to hang out with her creepy little sister who can control plants. Spoilers, she can control plants. She captures Robin in plants when she's like, "Why did you?" Robin's like,
she's like a nature whisperer.
Yeah, Robin's like, "Why did you lie to me, Lil?" And she's like, "Why did you lie to me, big sister Robin?" And then captures her in plants.
Yeah, like Evil Dead style, really, really grabbing Robin. This shot awakened something in somebody.
Yeah.
Robin gets grabbed by the ghoulies. Then in I think 10 seconds, all the Achinos just get fucked up.
Yeah, very quickly.
Like the hockey guy gets just burned to death by Frankie. Not to death. He gets burned by Frankie.
He's burned to death.
Takes
He's
out
definitely
Arbel.
burned to death.
Yeah, Nami electrocutes Arbel. Arbel. Sanji just kicks the shit out of Sao. And then Brindo just gets sent through a door.
Yeah.
But Campechino is somewhere else.
He's off
fighting what's his face Puzzle.
Yes.
And then through the door, a big man squeezes through. It's DunkAccino himself.
DunkAccino arrives, and he's so hot.
So hot.
So hot.
And Zoro is not there.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think that's it. Zoro's lost.
That's it. Episode
334. DunkAccino's so hot. He's just
I think this is my worst title.
Yeah.
It's called Too Dawn to Handle instead of Too Hot to Handle, but it's like not really a pun. But like,
Interesting.
No, because I really like Caution Contents may be hot.
Ooh.
I think that was good. You didn't hear that? Well, there's a bug you watch. It's fine.
I like that one a lot, actually.
That was 332.
I'm so sorry I didn't hear that one. I like that one a lot.
No, it's okay. And then you did like Phoenix Puritz.
Yeah. This one, I think.
Too
Do you want to try it again?
Is not.
Do you want to try it again?
Um.
Can I offer a constructive criticism?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
about what about instead of Too Dawn to Handle? What about Too Dunk to Handle?
Too Dunk to Handle? I feel like that's like so far removed from the anime into our own joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like I haven't done that before.
He's so hot.
Who the fuck is Donk Flamingo?
Donk Flamingo is the... So you know how like...
Leader.
So this is DunkAccino because he's a hot mocha beverage. He's so hot, so sexy. No nipples. You know,
No nipples.
I don't go to Starbucks, but I know they have a thing called a pink drink. So maybe Don Flamingo, is like the pink version of DunkAccino. Maybe he's just like
he's like a unicorn shake.
Yeah. Yeah. Pink DunkAccino. Pink Don Flamingo. Perhaps.
I got yeah. So this Donk Flamingo is the Starbucks to DunkAccino's Dunkin' Donuts.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is the dumbest. this is the crazy. This means if you took this out of context.
If you took this out of
even
context,
the fans of this would be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Yes, but for in the context of the podcast, what you just said makes complete sense. And everyone listening who has listened to last episode and this episode are going to be like, like everyone, as we said that, everyone out loud while listening to the podcast said Dunkin' Donuts. As you said it.
No, it's crazy to think that nobody in the history of the world has ever said the sentence Donk Flamingo is the Starbucks to DunkAccino's Dunkin' Donuts.
No one has. How does it feel to say something that's never been said ever in this world, Mike?
Like, I'm very confident that those words in that sequence have not been said before.
And that is something to be proud of. That's something truly to be proud of. You just said something. You created something today that has never, ever been in this entire world and never will again.
And we got our new title, episode 334. Donk Flamingo is the Starbucks to DunkAccino's Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
MVP is the Green Hat Pirates.
Perfect. DunkAccino's so hot. He's like a real DunkAccino. Scalding, gonna burn your mouth.
Oh, God.
They end up sliding around because DunkAccino's feet are hot, so it melts the ice a little bit. He's like a Zamboni, but with just feet.
Yeah, they have a lot of fun. DunkAccino and Luffy are like, they're both to each other, you're a really cool guy. Like, you're actually pretty cool. I like you.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Chopper and Jiro try to rush inside to get the flag, but then before this, DunkAccino does he's like, well, we got to fight now, and he makes like a whirlwind blast, like a heat updraft, and launches Luffy into the air, and then he stops Chopper and Jiro from getting inside by doing like a heat blast that knocks him over.
Yes. He also does a steam iron down on top of Luffy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't write any of the moves down.
That's fine. I didn't really write many of them down, but sometimes I was like, that was kind of cool. Luffy launches a big old thing of ice at DunkAccino with a Gum Gum Bazooka.
Yep. As Dawn's getting hotter.
So hot. Meanwhile,
that works and knocks him back.
Yep. Meanwhile, the Phoenix Pirates are all being like slapped at by penguins.
Penguins. And they do a group hug to...
They cuddle for warmth.
Warm up a little bit.
Stanson's like, everyone, take your clothes off and cuddle for warmth.
Yeah, and they're like, it stinks. You all stink. And the little guy is like in the middle, and he's just like, it stinks worse down here.
Yeah. But they're able to warm each other up enough to then fight
to
penguins.
Break free. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I think Campachino is fighting Puzzle, but who the fuck actually? Like, no, who cares?
The real puzzle is how Stanson's mind works. Anyway, DunkAccino does a 5,500 degree red hot egg shot at Luffy, and he's just making weird lava eggs and throwing them at Luffy.
He's making like heat bobbles. He's kind of doing what Nami does. She makes heat balls.
He's like in like
cold balls.
He's in like Super Mario Brothers 2, I think. There's like the guy who just goes like whoa, and he like shoots eggs through the air. Whoa.
Birdo?
Yeah, Birdo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Birdo.
It's like hot
like
Birdo.
Bubble Bobble.
Ooh, Bubble Bobble. Yeah.
Where the little
hot Bubble Bobble
lizard guys go like, was it like Bob and something?
Bub.
They like vomit. What?
Bub and Bob. I don't know. I don't remember that.
Oh Jesus Christ! It is Bub and Bob. Yeah. God. Shamed. I don't know my Bubble Bobble lore.
Bubble Bobble.
Bubble Bobble.
Anyway, all that shit's happening. Sanji, Usopp, and Frankie are like, we're going to go get the flag while Nami stays by. Lil's keeping Robin hostage. Sanji and Usopp fight some plants.
Don does a heat Gatling at Luffy, steals his move.
Yeah.
And then he powers up to 5,000 degrees.
Yeah,
which is hotter than lava.
Yeah.
Did you mention that? I missed that.
That's okay. That's fine.
Oh, you did it with the egg thing.
Yeah.
But he shoots more eggs when he does the Gatling. He's fighting for his family. Kinda.
Just like Lil's also fighting for her family. Usopp and Sanji roll up to fight some plants to try to save Robin because they're not going to fight a kid, even though Usopp wants to.
Well, Usopp was ready to fight a kid, and I think it's wrong that Sanji didn't let him.
Yeah. Luffy can punch a kid.
He's 17. He's within the realm of it being okay for him to beat up a kid. He wouldn't have like really beat her up. He probably would have just done a bonk.
Yeah.
But Robin's gonna kill her with kindness.
Exactly. Fucking family happens. Usopp,
Phoenix Pirates are doing some shit.
Usopp gets eaten by a flower, but then does like a flame.
It's like a fire star.
Flame fire star to get out of it, which then ends up knocking Robin loose, which is exciting. And then
and there's some rubble that falls.
Yes, and Robin saves Lil with her arms.
Yeah.
Wow. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Crazy.
And you know what happens now?
So kind. Luffy goes second gear.
Why?
I don't know. The wibble. I want to see that boy go wibble wobble whenever he goes second gear, but we don't get any wibble wobble. He just says second gear, and then he's
hot.
Sizzling.
He's so hot.
So hot.
And then we have a hot off, basically, between Luffy and DunkAccino. They're just like, well, this is later, but they're like, I'm hot.
No, that's later. Luffy just, like, jet pistols Don into his flag room as Chopper and Jiro and get there.
Yeah. Which then sends all the flags into the air.
Yeah, after Chopper thinks he grabs the Straw Hat flag, and Jiro does grab the Phoenix flag.
Mm-hmm.
But then they go flying, and there's rubble and stuff. But then Chopper is saved by his dad, Zoro.
Yeah.
And then
Jiro's saved by his dad, Puzzle.
Jiro's saved by some idiot.
Puzzle. his dad's former lover.
His dad's former lover,
Captain Puzzle.
But a bunch of the other flags are up in the air, and Chopper's like, I got the flag, and he reveals it, but it's just like a Jolly Roger with a green wide brim hat and some wiggly hands.
Who do you think those pirates
Crossbones. They're probably the Green Hat Wiggle Pirates.
Green Hat Wiggle.
Led by Willy Wiggles, who ate the Wiggle Wiggle fruit.
All right, everybody. Did you hear that? The Green Hat Wiggle Pirates, led by Willy Wiggle. Who ate the what fruit?
The Wiggle Wiggle fruit?
The Wiggle Wiggle fruit. Okay, everyone who's a self-proclaimed artist, please start doing some drawing now.
And he's got a green...
he's got a green thumb. He's got a green thumb. He's a really good gardener.
Yeah, and a big green gardening hat that was given to him by his idol, Spanx.
We both said it. Spanx.
Purple hair Spanx.
Purple hair Spanx.
Yeah. Who is bald on top, but his chest hair is so purple that everybody's like, damn. And because he had purple hair, he always wore a big green gardening hat because it matched the purple well. But then he's like... Willy
Wiggles.
Willy Wiggles was like, I want to be an adequate pirate who does pretty well for myself, but nothing too lofty. And Spanx is like, damn right. Keep it within the realm of possibility and just, live in the moment, man.
And then there was this...
And then he's like, I got a new hat because I don't need this one anymore. Do you want it? And Captain Wiggles was like, yeah, that'd be tight.
And then he said, cool, here's a hat. And then next to him was a random guy, and he ripped that guy's arm off and said, here, have an arm, too. And then Willy Wiggles waved the arm around, wiggling it about. And that's how he became known as Willy Wiggles.
Mm-hmm. He does not have a crew. He wiggles at such a frequency, he hovers above the water. That's the lore of the Green Hat Wiggle Pirates.
Make it so.
Make it so. I'm not going to draw it.
Nope. Anyway, all the flags are in the air, and the Straw Hats flag is up there, and they're like, oh, no, now we got to go get the flag from up there. Hope Luffy doesn't see. And that's the end of the episode.
Almost. DunkAccino fucking nose blasts. He does like a little jet nose blast and like zooms back down and then like hover lands.
He does a high...
And then he goes... What?
He does a high heat nose jet surprise.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
And then he boosts up to 10,000 degrees, and I Googled it, and I think that's the temperature of the sun's surface, not the core. Like the core is like 27 million or something, but the surface is weirdly cooler.
Yeah, because the heat's...
Because it's like the heat's space and stuff.
Yeah, the heat is dissipating.
But that's pretty hot.
It's pretty hot.
That's a pretty hot thing to have on a planet.
You know it's going to be hotter than that? Luffy's hands.
Luffy's hands. Don't worry about it. It's just, it's, you gotta, what is it? Manifest. That's what...
That's what Luffy does. In this next episode, episode
335. The DunkAccino gets taken off the menu.
Oh no!
That's a good one.
The
right?
prophecy fulfilled. Dunkin' Donuts took DunkAccino off the menu, and then Luffy took DunkAccino off the menu.
MVP is the DunkAccino, 2000 to 2023. Rest in peace.
Rip Chino.
I'll never forget you.
It'll be back. It's like the McRib. I'm sure it'll be back.
What day did they end DunkAccino?
Imagine if it was like your birthday.
It might be a different big day.
Is it?
I don't know.
When did it?
It was April. No.
April what?
It was just sometime in April.
Was it tax day? 2023.
No. It wasn't the same day that the Nintendo 3DS eShop went down.
That would be
March
crazy.
27th.
That would be crazy. That would be
a lot of these beautiful products died. Oh wait, hold on, wait.
It's coming back like the McRib.
I'm so fucking confused. A representative for Dunkin' Donuts customer service department speaking to Nextstar added that the drink was actually discontinued in April 2022, though many locations have continued to sell the beverage while ingredients were 2022. But people still had it. Like, there is a Dunkin' Donuts in Wellfleet. If you go there, they still have the old Dunkin' Donuts ice cream machine, and you can still get Dunkin' Donuts soft serve.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, you heard it here first. Go to your local Dunkin' establishment and say, "Excuse me, I would like a DunkAccino." And if they say, "We don't have that," you say, "Yes, you do."
Pour hot chocolate and coffee into a cup, please.
I would like a half.
Charge me for a coffee.
Half cough, half chalk, a calf chalk, a chalk half.
Give me a box of Joe. Fill it half with hot chocolate. Fill it half with coffee.
And then I got
fulfill my nasty nightmare.
Fulfill my nasty nightmares. I'm gonna do that 20 times and fill a bathtub full of DunkAccino and then have myself a soaking good time.
Matt?
What?
I would submerge myself in a bathtub of DunkAccino.
It sounds kind of nice, actually.
I would go full head under, unbreathable, absorb into my skin the DunkAccino.
Do you think with that much sugar in the water, it's like also like the what's like the salt sea that's like super like you?
Oh, it's so dense you float.
Yeah. Do you think it would be so dense you could float on the DunkAccino bathtub?
Probably.
Have like a float tub where you like hallucinate because you don't know if you're alive or not.
I'd also want, after I got in, I'd want to submerge myself, and then I'd want a team of people with whipped cream to cover the surface of it with whipped cream. And then as I rise back up, reborn
from the Chino. Do you, here's another question. Would a devil fruit user drown in DunkAccino? Or would they be totally fine?
No. Because like the whole thing with the devil fruit is that they upset God's will or whatever, and the ocean's like upset at the devil. I don't know, but DunkAccino is a sinner's drink.
It's like the
so the devil fruits would probably get more powerful in DunkAccino.
Oh yeah, they're
if you were totally submerged in DunkAccino.
Soak it in.
Yeah,
nice. Hey, I'm glad we've gone on this adventure and talked a lot about Dunkin' Donuts the past 2 episodes. We're really just like letting everyone know what state we're in.
There's Dunkin' Donuts in Japan. Maybe we're in Japan. They know I'm in Boston. It's fine.
It's fine. Anyway, lovely land is made of ice, or is it?
Oh, yes.
Luffy and Dunk just melting the place around.
Yeah, it's all falling apart. DunkAccino turns into a tire. He goes full Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy gears it up again.
I have so many notes.
There's
for
like
this
back
last
and
episode.
forth.
I have so many notes for this last episode. I don't know why.
Really? You want to take the helm? I took a bunch too, but lots of it is like they fight.
Yeah.
There's like a back and forth between Luffy and
Yeah, back and forth between Dunk and Luffy. Underneath the ice of lovely land is a lava. We find it's a volcano. It's a dormant volcano that fucking DunkAccino is just soaking it up in.
Yeah. He tries to do a belly flop iron thing on Luffy, but Luffy like punches him a bunch and then kicks him and redirects, and then he just lands in the lava, and he's like, so good. I want to do this so bad.
No, don't do it in a DunkAccino bathtub.
No, like if I had the power to like,
Oh,
because lava's like not. It's so gushy.
it's gushy. Do you think
Like just to like it'd be like in a tub of oatmeal.
fucking? Have I talked about oatmeal baths on this podcast?
You've talked to me about oatmeal baths.
Yeah.
You've probably mentioned them on the podcast.
Yeah, my mom's cure-all is if you're feeling any sort of ailment, take an oatmeal bath. Sick. Generic sick, oatmeal bath. Sore throat, oatmeal bath. Fever, oatmeal bath. Itchy skin, oatmeal bath. Some of those things, it would probably help. All of
itchy skin. Yeah.
itchy skin for sure. Like rashes, oatmeal bath for sure. Everything else, but also it's nice. It's like relaxing. Oatmeal bath. Anyway,
Oatmeal bath. Is it like a lot of oatmeal?
Well, it depends on, because you can get like an oatmeal bath like treatment thing, like Neutrogena oatmeal thing, oat thing from like the store.
Oh, yeah, like I've got like bar soap that's like oatmeal and whatever.
Sure, or it's like a bath bomb powder thing that you put in it. That's one thing. My mom would straight up just have like a thing of like Quaker oats and just like dump it in the bath and be like, get in. I don't know if it had the same properties, but I did always feel better after an oatmeal bath.
I want oatmeal now. I'd want enough that it is just like so thick.
Yeah. It's like
it's kind of like hard to move.
It's like when people put like 1,000,000 Orbeez into a pool and then they like jump in the pool. Have you seen those videos?
See, I'm thinking like I think I just want to lay in hot mud.
Oh, isn't that a thing they do at like spas?
Probably.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
I want to be in hot mud.
Bathtub of spaghetti.
Oh my god. A bathtub of a bunch of peeled grapes. And then somebody tells you that they're eyeballs and you freak out.
But then they're like, nah, just kidding. They're just those little balls you put in like plants so that the water retains more.
It's too late. I'm eating them.
Anyway, Zoro and Robin, Link. What?
Link's here?
I wrote Zoro
To save Hyrule?
Zoro and Robin link arms. Oh, Zoro's like, sorry, I got it now. Zoro's yelling at Robin and he's like, hey, can't you just reach up and go get our flag by linking your arms? And she's just like, I could. I don't know which one of those flags is our flag. And then you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then out of nowhere, a fish bird comes flying down from the sky just conveniently with their flag. And then,
Lil helped, and she has a single tear on the other side of a wall, but a hand pops out of the wall, and it wipes the tear away.
And then it bursts into flowers, and then she's like, oh, big sister Robin. Beautiful. And they're like, let's get out of here. And she's like, sounds good. I'm done with this child. Phoenix Pirates are doing a tug of war with a bunch of penguins. They're trying to steal their ship. Then the penguins give up. And then they start heading over to the Sunny, but then Frankie rolls over there with his shark submarine, and he's like, time for some animal abuse, and starts and whips out his arm cannon to fire at the penguins, and the penguins run away.
I think that the penguins had it coming.
They had it coming.
I think, like, not a lot of people got to go.
Yep.
But the penguins, I think, got to go. I think they're a danger to themselves, the world at large.
Some might say they had rabies.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
They were also hot.
Almost.
They were hot.
They were also so
They were
hot.
so hot. Those penguins are so hot. So.
I wish when the Straw Hats were sailing away that Luffy was just eating like a fried like chicken leg.
Oh,
I think that would have been very funny.
I missed in the last episode. He was fighting. And so
when Chopper's like, "Hey, Luffy, you good?"
Chopper's like, "Luffy, are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm still doing good. I'm not hungry yet." And
yeah. They should do like a One Piece like action game. You play as Luffy.
Yeah.
And you don't have a health meter, you have a hunger meter.
Oh, that's great. That's
because
really
like
good.
you're basically invincible, but like if you get too hungry, you can't like do moves anymore.
Yeah, that's really good, actually. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking, there's lava everywhere in this like basin of like the fucking volcano thing, and Luffy's standing on a giant piece of ice that's melting in the lava. Fucking.
But he falls in, but Nami had shot some like cold bubbles into the lava.
That's later.
That's later? I thought that happened now.
No, that happens. First, he's on just like a big thing of ice, and then DunkAccino does a lava wave.
He tries to get out,
and Luffy flies in the air. Then Nami saves him by doing a little water ice bubble thing to make a little platform for Luffy.
Yeah.
And then DunkAccino. What did I write? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Said he makes DunkAccino makes a living getting bounties on bounty hunting dreamers is what I said. He makes a living bounty hunting dreamers.
He mocks Luffy. He's like, "Oh, you pirates are all the same. You're all saying this, but it gave me a fortune." And Luffy gets angry and starts psyching himself up, and he's like, "I'm hotter than you."
And then DunkAccino's like, "You're not as hot as you think you are." And then Luffy's like, "I'm so hot." DunkAccino.
I think this kind of gives us insight into how Luffy does anything. He's like, if he just believes it hard enough, it wills itself into existence.
Yeah. DunkAccino's like, I'm 10,000 degrees hot, and Luffy's like, I'm 1,000,000 degrees hotter.
Yeah. I don't think he does. Is this where he like beats the shit?
Yeah, he does a 1,000,000 degree bazooka.
Yeah, and takes him out.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, the crew is running by. They see Luffy, and they're like, "Oh shit, we got to get back to the ship." And they have the flag. And Chopper almost rats them out. Yeah. He's like, "I got the flag."
Yeah.
And then Sanji silences them, and they just book it. And he's like, "What the fuck?"
Luffy's like, "Hey, everybody!" And they're like, "Go to the ship!" And they all start running. He's like, "What? Where are you going? Hey, come back!"
Yeah.
And they're all just like, "Oh shit!"
They get back to the shore and they see the ship, and Nami just says, "Boys, do it."
Yeah.
Sanji boots Usopp into the air.
Yep.
Zoro does an Usopp cannon attack.
Yeah, he slaps Usopp.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. And then Frankie does a fart blast to launch Usopp up into the mast to tie the flag up.
Yep. And then Luffy catches up with them, and he's like, "Hey, where's our flag? Our flag's missing." And they're all just like, "We don't know what you're talking about. It's right over there." And then they look over, and the flag's back on the ship.
The entire time, Chopper's just like bug-eyed, freaking out as Sanji is like holding him down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Usopp's just dead. He's just like crushed into the grass of the deck of the Sunny.
That boy living.
Hell yeah.
The island starts crumbling. The volcano's active because of the fight. I just wrote those penguins are toast.
Yep.
It like very quickly just evaporates. We see the ship with the Accino family, and Lil's like standing there. Sao Cow starts yelling at her, and then Arbel punches him. And she's like, "Shut up for a second."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "You're my sister. I love you."
I love you so much. You're my sister. I'm sorry. I got caught up in my marriage. Should have been paying attention to my little sister.
Yep.
Also, the Phoenix pirates are back on their ship.
They are.
And they're like,
I didn't write anything about the Phoenix Pirates at this point.
I said, Jiro's the captain now. And they're like, put the flag up, Jiro. And then fucking Puzzle's like, we're setting sail, and they're all like, okay, and start getting the ship ready. I'm like, they didn't have fucking sails. Where did they get their sails from?
Their ship's so fucked up.
And anyways, they're like, setting sail, the Phoenix Pirates are back. And then Stanson cries. And then
I didn't even remember that.
Nami's like, the volcano's about to erupt, we gotta go. So they all start going. Fucking DunkAccino's got his birthday cake. He's so excited. It's his birthday, and they're gonna celebrate like a family. Meanwhile,
he looks at the cake, but it looks like a straw hat.
he's very upset.
And he freaks out and he melts into the water.
Yes, dead.
And everyone's like, "Where the fuck is Brendo?"
Yep.
Campachino.
Yeah, meanwhile,
or whoever.
Campachino's on a bit of ice with a bunch of those pervert penguin men.
Yep.
And he's like, the Straw Hats are like sailing towards him, and he's like, oh, I'm going to get you, Straw Hats. But then the Phoenix Pirates bash their ship into the iceberg.
Into the iceberg.
Campachino's
Titanic themselves.
Yeah, and they're like, don't worry, Straw Hats, we're going to take care of this. And then after that, we'll see you in the new world. And it's like, they're going to die.
It would have been so good. You see, like, the Straw Hats waving as they, like, sail off into the sunset, and in the background, you just see the puzzle pirate ship, like, just slowly sinking.
Yeah, that would be very funny. Who's to say?
But it's wholesome instead. And they're like, oh, yeah, they got this. They're doing great.
Yeah, it's like...
And that's the end.
The rest of the Straw Hats are like, oh, those Phoenix Pirates aren't going to make it. And Luffy's like, no, they're pirates now. They won't lose. We'll see them in the new world. And I was just like, ugh. I hope we never hear from the Phoenix Pirates ever again.
I'm gonna guess that we don't.
Yes, thank goodness.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that we do not see the Puzzle Pirates again.
I don't like this podcast being so negative, but sometimes we gotta be a couple negative Nancys.
It's just that I think this arc would have been so cool if they weren't in it. It's just like it's like kind of fun, and I like the bad guys and stuff, and then the Phoenix Pirates show up, and I'm just like, oh.
It really like they didn't really do much.
It could have just been Jiro. I'm fine with a spunky little kid who just wants friends or whatever.
Yeah, they really didn't do much at all.
Yeah,
it's kind of upsetting.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Anyway.
Whatever. That's it.
Yeah.
If you like the Phoenix Pirates, it's fine. That's fine.
If you like DunkAccino, though.
Yeah, write in. Tell us your Dunkin' Donuts order and the last time you had. No, you
don't do that. Don't tell us that personal information.
Write us the last time you had a bagel.
But if it was a scooped bagel, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
A scooped bagel?
Yeah, apparently that's a new thing people are doing. And
what is a scooped bagel?
I think it's a bagel, but they scoop the husk out of the inside, like the insides out, which just like that's the good part of the bagel. Why would you get rid of the good part of the bagel?
What? So you just have like the skin of a bagel?
Yeah. Freaks. Absolute freaks.
Man.
Yeah.
That's perverted is what it is.
It's like
perverted, it's wrong.
It's like a potato skin, but it's a bagel skin. Yeah.
Fuck.
Gross, right? Hey, if you like a scooped bagel, join our Discord. Link in the description and tell us why, because I don't know why you would. This is a One Piece podcast, but we've been talking. We've been talking so much.
I don't want to know about your scooped bagel shit. You write in about it, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to burn it.
We talked a lot about breakfast foods today, I'm going to
have waffles. For dinner.
Do it. Anyway, next week we're going to be watching episodes 336 to something. Historian's not here to tell us. But
336 to the end of One Piece.
Yeah, which will be great.
Right in. We know we don't have any more transponder snails today because we just did an episode like less than 24 hours ago.
Yes.
Recorded one. But we're just trying to get back into it. Some idiot got into a car accident. among other things.
It was DunkAccino.
It was DunkAccino done hit me.
It was sorry. It was actually it was Brooklyn Sanji. He stole Mike's car.
Whoa, motherfucker!
Yeah. You were too hopped up on DunkAccinos to.
I was riding high on some DunkAccinos. I had
some bootleg DunkAccinos.
I had 50 micrograms. I was
50
microdosing on
50 cc's of DunkAccino.
You're going to hear me bubbling in the next podcast episode, but it's not going to be a bong. It's going to be me blowing a straw into a DunkAccino to really get the flavor, because you want to get the flavors bubble up. It's important. Would you have a carbonated coffee? That sounds awful.
I just added some bubble sounds to the podcast.
Oh, none of those came through.
All right.
That was beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Was that you blowing into your DunkAccino?
Yeah, basically. A carbonated coffee sounds like it would explode my heart. And I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, that's fair. They have like cold brew Pepsi.
It's just the
like
Pepsi Nitro?
Pepsi. Yeah.
That's not cold brew Pepsi. That's like a different kind of. That's like nitrogen.
Oh, I don't know. But it's like not bubbly. It's weird.
It's
like smooth.
It's like, have you
and
ever
I
had a
don't
nitro
care for
cold
it.
brew where it's basically like infused? I guess you would say that's it's not bubbly. It's just, I don't know. It's the same way like a Guinness is, where it's got like the little like nitrogen canister thing. Whatever. I don't know the fucking science behind it, but it some way to store it. So
it's just weird. It's
maintains
weird.
its
I feel like you
flavor.
need some resistance when you're drinking a soda.
Yeah, that's fair. Or else it's just syrup. Syrup.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I saw a nice looking Frankie soda drink.
ooh,
It was like one of those like Japanese sodas with the marble. You pour it in and it's red. And then I think some other stuff. And some blue whipped cream on top for the hair. I think it was just a lot of sugar.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It looked super. I didn't need to say that. I don't know why I added that.
Mike,
What?
we didn't do it on the last podcast.
No, we did a different thing.
Yeah, what's the One Piece?
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a lot of ideas for what the One Piece could be.
But what is the One Piece?
But I believe in my heart of hearts, in my pirate heart, that it's a DunkAccino.
Oh,
It's coming back. They discontinued it, but then Luffy's going to find it at the end of the Grand Line. He's going to find a DunkAccino. He's going to drink the DunkAccino. He's going to get superpowers. He's going to become Super Luffy. He's going to become DunkAccino. Luffy's going to be unstoppable.
Put it in the cup, make it hot, scald your mouth, DunkAccino.
Give me 3/4 cup of sugar in my mouth, DunkAccino.
My heart's gonna burst, DunkAccino.
God. All right, I'm done.
海を渡り雲を越えて
船は進む夢の方へ楽しい顔集めてごらん楽しい仲間の作り方さジングルベルジングルベルメリークリスマスこれが今夜の贈り物さジングルベルジングルベルハッピーニューイヤー終わらない歌聞こえるはず
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
DunkAccino?